So, and Romeo and Juliet, right? So these two families are living in Verona, and they hate each other, and they've hated each other for who knows how long, since the time before time. They hate each other for so long, they don't remember why they hate each other, right? Meanwhile, there's a son on this side, Romeo, and the daughter over here, Juliet, and they meet, and they happen to meet, and they fall in love, right? And they want to be together, and the only way to be together is to go off in secret and get married, right? So that's what they do. They go ahead and get married. Meanwhile, their families still hate each other, and Juliet's cousin, Tybalt, hates Romeo's family more than anything else. So Tybalt is this kind of guy who's always ready to, like, get into a fight and mix it up, right? And he sees Mercutio, Romeo's best friend, on the street, and he, you know, squares off with him, and they get into a fight, and Tybalt kills Mercutio, right? And Romeo finds out about this, and he gets so upset, he goes out and he finds Tybalt, and they get into a fight, and Romeo kills Tybalt. So now he's killed his brand new bride's cousin, right, in cold blood in the street. So the prince of the town, the prince of Verona, comes out, and he's like, I told you I didn't want any more fighting in my streets. I'm not going to behead Romeo like I should, but he's got 24 hours to get out of Verona. If I see him in town after 24 hours, that's it. So Friar Lawrence, who's the priest that married Romeo and Juliet, it's his, he comes back to his chamber where Romeo is hiding to give him the news, hey, you don't live here anymore. And that's what's happened just before the scene you're about to see. Excuse me. It's more fun for me if I get the countdown. Will you guys count down for me one more time? Alright, here we go. One Man Street Shakespeare begins in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Romeo and Juliet. Act 3, Scene 3. Evening. Friar Lawrence's chamber. Romeo, Friar Lawrence, the nurse. Romeo has just been banished from Verona. Let me despair with thee of thy estate. Thou canst not speak of that you dost not feel. What thou as young as Juliet, my love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave. A knock at the door. Arise, Romeo, one knock, thou wilt be taken, not I. Unless the breath of heart-sick groans, mislike, enfold me from the search of eyes. Come they knock. Who's there? Romeo, thou wilt be taken. Run to my study. Stay a while, by and by. God's will. You knock so hard. Whence come you? What's your will? What simpleness is this? Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet. Ah, welcome then. Oh, friar, oh, tell me, holy friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo? Here on the ground with his own tears made drunk. Oh, he is even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament, even so lies she, weeping and blubbering and weeping. Stand up, and you be a man, for Juliet's sake, further rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an O? Nurse! Ah, sir, that's the end of all. Speak us of Juliet. How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer now, stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from our own? Where is she? And how doth she? And what says my concealed lady to our concealed love? Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and on Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again. As if that name shot from the dead level of a gun did murder her as that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Tell me, friar, tell me, what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion. Hold your desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out the heart, thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. An unseemly woman and a seeming man, an ill-seeming beast and seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lies by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railest thou on thy birth, the heaven and earth? On birth and heaven and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, which thou at once would loose. Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, which like a usurer bounced and all usest none, and that true use indeed, which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but form of wax, digressing from the valor of a man. Thy dear love sworn, but hollow perjury, killing that love which I was vowed to cherish. Thy wit, that ornament to shape and love, misshapen in the conduct of them both, like powder in a skilless soldier's flask, is set fire with thine own defense, and thou dismembered with thine own ignorance. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive. For whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead, there art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death became thy friend and turned it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessing lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array, but like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of thy prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Commend me to thy lady in bitter haste, and all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming. Woo!